Hello, this is video number 5 in the Etsy subreddit Q&A series. And this question is kind of a long one, so but I'll read it all just to get everything in. And the question is titled, How to Build Social Media and Improved SEO from Scratch. And it was posted by Barnwood Designs NY. All right, it's long, so get ready. But the questions themselves are straightforward, but there's information first, so I'll try and read it quickly. Hello folks, I work for an Etsy shop and have been recently deemed the social media and SEO czar. My only problem, I'm a forest-dwelling hillbilly with zero skills with things like Facebook, Twitter, etc. I do not own a smartphone or have a Facebook account, but I am good with computers. I wanted to ask how folks got started out doing their social media things, and also was interested in how SEO widgets like Marmalade helped you. Let me give you the briefest rundown I can. We've made over $1 million gross with virtually no marketing or social media, strictly word of mouth, and a good product people like. We had a Facebook page for a while with paid ads and over 1,000 likes, but lost control of the account because we used a fake name for the admin because none of us wanted to be on Facebook. I get that. Later, another worker made a page which did well, but we lost control of that one when she left. So we have 2 Facebook pages out there which we cannot control. This resulted in an unsteady volume of sales. Sometimes we made $30,000 in a month or more. Other times we made almost nothing. So now we'd like to have a more consistent marketing strategy that allows our income to level out a bit. I'm the guy. I have a low budget, no other employees working on this with me, and we're currently quite slow. Here's what I've done so far. I got on Marmalade and I've been turning our top listings into A+ listings. Most were D's and F's. We only have 4 really high performing listings at the moment and 17-ish overall. I've been moving newer items onto old listings that used to rank highly, piggybacking to try to improve our search. I'm not sure what that means. I made a new Facebook page with a real name and ran some ads. We have 109 likes today. The ads have stopped being effective, however, so I've stopped them. I've done some research and found that Pinterest drove our top listings to be power sellers. So I am building a photo staging area so that we can crank out some quality photos and do some promoted pins. What I am wondering, when you started social media, how did you do it? What would your strategy be today? How did you improve your SEO and how long did it take to see results? Any ideas would be interesting to me so that we can all improve and help out others who are latecomers to social media and SEO. Apologies if this is not the right place to post this. It seemed to fit within this forum and its rules, not specifically asking for feedback. Thank you and happy Etsying. Okay, Barnwood Designs NY. First of all, you guys seem to have done really well. But I get it. Sometimes what worked in the past stops working, and part of that could be because Etsy is constantly changing what they're doing. And if you saw some of those changes in 2017, it might be because Etsy has been testing different things, trying to improve their search, changing the way search works and figuring things out. I have a podcast episode that covers what the Etsy CEO Josh Silverman said about Etsy search and just, trying to explain why some people who were having lots of sales and doing very well on Etsy aren't doing as well, and vice versa, and just some of the experiments that they're doing. And let me see, that is, I believe it's episode 203 of the podcast. That's Etsy Conversations podcast. And so you can find that in iTunes or you can go to convome.com. I'll put a link in the notes below this. But it is episode 203. It's titled A Recap of the 12/13/2017 Etsy Forum Q&A session with Etsy CEO Josh Silverman. I will also link directly to it so that you can listen to it. It's on the website convome.com. So that might explain some of that, but specifically to answer your questions, when you started social media, how did you do it? Well, initially I started by using the inbuilt social media marketing tools that Etsy provides. So you might be aware of this, that every time you put up a new listing, you have the option to post it directly on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter, I believe. Yes. And so I would do that. And so that automatically it's posted to those places. And you can do that more than once. You're not limited to doing it only once. The reason I like doing that, and I recommend that for people who are just starting out or trying to get their listings out on social media, is that each of those sends a link directly back to that specific listing. And so that's a nice, quick, easy way to get traffic to specific listings and not just your Etsy shop in general. I explained in video number 4, I think it was video number 2, about the issue with sending traffic to your Etsy shop or Etsy listings through social media, is that Etsy, at least at the time of this recording, is doing an experiment where when people come to your shop or a listing in your shop through social media, Etsy will show them similar listings from other sellers. And so there's a risk that someone whom you've brought onto the Etsy platform to look at your listing might be drawn away to your competitor's listing because of this new algorithm thing that Etsy is doing. And the upside to that is, if other people are drawing in traffic through social media to their listings and they sell items similar to yours, then there's a possibility that your listing will show up in their listing and that they could click over to your listing. So that's just what it is right now. So anyway, so that's how I started with social media on Etsy. My strategy for today is I'm really trying to streamline it, because I felt that blasting it out once was not really a very effective strategy, because I never would go back and engage with those posts. And quite frankly, a lot of people didn't engage with them either. It just seemed like they would be there for a finite amount of time. Whoever saw it during those moments that they were live and active saw them, and whoever didn't, and that was the end. Now what I'm doing is trying to be more strategic, and so I'm focusing more on Instagram, where I can actually engage with people when I make a post and personalize the posts I make, so that it's not just here's my product, here's the link back to my store, and that's it. And so I try and personalize them more and say more than just go buy this. I talk about the product a bit. I talk more about my business and what I'm doing, and try and have a conversation. I try and start a conversation, and then I stay engaged in the conversation. And then I do the same with others on social media. Right now, I'm engaging the most with people on Instagram, because for me, Instagram just feels more social, and it's easier to socialize on Instagram. Not so much on Twitter, but I do engage with people on Twitter. And the reason I think not so much there is because posts don't have the same lifespan that they do on Instagram, and people don't get to see them the same way they do on Instagram, where it shows up in someone's feed if they've chosen to follow you. Pinterest is something that I think is also very effective for Etsy sellers. I haven't done very much deliberately on Pinterest other than pinning my listings when I set my listings to go live. And even with doing just that, I still get a good amount of traffic from Pinterest. And so I know that if I am more strategic with Pinterest and do the things that they say to do, like make Pinterest style posters, that are the right length and all whatnot, it would probably do better. And so for 2018, that's one thing I'm going to try and improve on. Not so much on Facebook. I haven't done Facebook ads. I don't plan to do Facebook ads for my Etsy shop this year, at least not right now. Then your next question is, how did you improve your SEO and how long did it take to see results? I started to do a lot more keyword research. My first port of call for keyword research is the Etsy search bar itself. Etsy tells you what people are searching for, and then I just take it from there and expand on that. And then I use the Google Keyword Planner as well. I used to use Marmalade, not as much now as I did before. And then in another video I said 3 people recently have told me that they use Etsy Rank, and I haven't yet tried it, but I plan to try Etsy Rank for myself, and I'll report back here. They say they use it for keyword research. So that's another tool that you can use, and Etsy Rank is free right now anyway. Any ideas would be interesting to see so that we can all improve and help out others who are latecomers to social media and SEO. Okay, I guess that was all your questions. All right, I hope this was helpful to you, Barnwood Designs NY, or anyone else who has questions about building social media and improving SEO from scratch.